What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. In this video, I do mixing, and I do mixing on the hardware, not the computer. On the hardware with an MPC X or an MPC Live, Live 2, MPC ONE, MPC ONE Plus, MPC KEY 61, MPC Studio. You can mix with your system and get it right. It's not hard to do. I'll teach you about it. Watch this video. You'll understand a lot more than before. Also, please subscribe. We make a lot of videos. A lot of you guys aren't subscribing, but we have some intense videos coming up. Please subscribe. We're covering a lot of different softwares too this entire fall until the end of the year. Any questions, leave it at the bottom. Also, if you want to buy gear from us, we are now selling gear. That's right. We're moving up in the world, or we're paying more bills. One thing's happening here, but we got to do it. We have an affiliate program with other people, including Zounds and Amazon. So we now have our own Amazon store. But more than anything else, we're here to help you to try and get it right. Enough of my talking. Check it out, and please subscribe. Peace. So in this video, I want to deal with the mixing within the MPC ONE, MPC ONE Plus, MPC Live, MPC X, MPC SE, and so on. And we're going to mix here in the MPC ONE Plus, but it works the same way all around. So I've got a track here. So what I'm going to do first of all is show you this track, and let's look at the track setting here. So I went to browser, and as you can see, as I'm on browser here, we were in sample assign, and so we can see the pads and see the samples. That's my bass drum, clap, hi-hats, bass drum, clap, more hats, bass drum. That's this bass drum here and this bass drum play together. So it's like, right? And then we got that sound too. That's no sound here, but it's a sound here. This sound here is one of my main samples, and that's note on, right? Not one shot. So I hold this down to play it. And the next one is the same thing. They play together. My last two are different, so or together. Okay, so I got my sounds figured out, and you know what they are too. So now what I want to do is go to here. I'm going to press track mute. And here in track mute, we can see we have, wait, I'm not track mute. We want to go to track mute. Yes, we want to do that. But right here, this is our main output, right? And so where I want to go right now is go to here, open this up. Oops, and I'm going to go to programs. Okay, programs, my main program. This is the program that I have for all these sounds right here. There's only one program in this whole thing. If you go back to the main, we will see that program's name is here. I go back to track mix. We're in track mix now, and now we can see that same name is right here. All the samples go out of that thing. I press play here. We know it's true. And if I press mute, peep that out. We still got some sounds in the background. I have subgroups going on here too, to make sounds thicker. We heard the subgroups, but when the main cut off, and I cut off actually the main fader for that program, those sounds cut off. But the one hi-hat and one bass sound, one drum bass sound is in a different output. I want you to see that. Okay, good. So now I want to go back in here and I want to look at my pad mixers. I'll press shift, I'll press pad mix, and now my pad mixer right here. And in my pad mixer, I can mix these sounds and set them anywhere I want to set them. I can also add effects. So here in the pad mixer, we can control it basically with our cue links right there. And so cue link button number 1 is selected right here. And you can see here, my bottom row, we have this golden border around it. That's selected. I press the cue link button again. We have the second row. Then we have the third row and the fourth row. And back to the first. And that works cool, because that way I know my cue links. If I'm here in this row, then this top button right here, that one there will affect the level there. As you can see, the fader and the levels move right here for that pad. So next, what I want to do, I may want to pan some stuff. So I got these two sounds here. I got this sound and that sound. So I'm going to pan them so they don't collide. I want to make sure they have a little bit of space to the left or to the right. Let me make sure that works for me. So I can change that too as well. I want to come up here. My cue link. I can change it there. I get this pad here. Change it there, right? Either way, I'm changing them, but I haven't hit the pad. But if I come to here and I hit this pad, I can use my data wheel. That's my kick drum. Okay, good. So now, go back to cue link 1 again. And next, I can mute too. I come back and mute sounds as I go through the sounds. So I can come to here. I can mute sounds, like I'm mixing them up. Stop. I can also send sounds. So here, for example, I may want to send a sound to some sort of subgroup or some submix. I may want to send a sound to a delay or to a reverb. I can do that also here. And I have here also have inserts. So my inserts, I have inserts here. My first pack, and see here, this kick drum has a air parametric EQ tied to it. Meanwhile, the clap here has an air kill EQ tied to it, right? I can see which inserts are full, which ones aren't. For example, here, we can see this is one here. Two, we got two here. We got two here, as you can see, 1, 2. And you can tell what's going on. Now next, I have routing. I want to route something. So what I've got here, I want to route my drums. So I want to make sure all my drums are in their separate outputs and EQs or whatever. So I'm going to come to here, get that back in line again. And so now I want to route drums. So I want to send, before we heard this bass drum here, right? That was going out through the submix, right? So I know it's going there. So next I want to send my bass drum there. I want to send my clap there. This hi-hat and this hi-hat. I want to send them to submix 1. That's my output. Now the reason why I'm doing this, I want to have a mixture of this one group of sounds that I can control over the rest of the sounds. I want to balance between my drums and my actual groove sounds I've got going on here. So it's pretty simple stuff. If I come to here and I press play start, I want to go to my track mix. Now all the sounds in the program are here, except for the ones I sent to, well, check it out. All the sounds in subgroup 1 are playing. The program sounds aren't playing. Let's stop this. So we'll check that out. Now, I'll go to here, it says subgroup. With the main, let's go back to here. Gotta be careful when you hit these buttons here. I want to go to subgroup right there, with subgroup right there, that's what we want to do. Go to here, I select that, I'm in subgroup 1. I'll press play start. I'll put this here, I'll tap right in here. There we go. I have a second control that. Sounds good to me. Okay, good. I got the idea of what's going on here. I understand where I'm at. So I want to go to here. I'm in program. Actually, I'm in this group here. I want to go to program. So I'm going to go to here, select program right there, which is track mix. I'll come back to here. Now I go to programs. I can see my program here. I'll press play start. I come down here, I want to bring up the level of the drum, of actually the other stuff, not the drums, but the other warm stuff in the mix. My groove. So I want to get a level between the groove sounds and my drums and my mixing, my pounding beat out. So I get a good balance between that. This is hip hop. I want to make sure the hip hop feels there. It's got to bounce a little bit. So I like that. I'm going to press this track beat again. All right, this track mix. And here I'm track mix again right here. And I'm in programs. You can see the program right there. So I like what's going on so far with the mix. So next thing what I want to do is you want to check on the output. Once you got something you like, you want to deal with, you go to your output here. So how you get to the output here is right here. I can come to here, tap that. I want to go to here to main mix or main output. Now what this is the final amp. Think of the pads as 16 amps, right? Or whatever amps you got in there. And those amps have those sounds inside there. And then the program, the pads are going into the program. And the program has its own output. And then we saw we had the sub mix one. Well, this is the main output. This is the king bad boy right here. If I press play right here and I press mute, everything cuts off. That's over. It's done. I'll press stop here. I can come back to here, unmute that, and we still see some residue of sound going on here. I'll press play. This is our main output. This is the main mix, the master output. Now, another way to see this is to go right here to main, and you'll see it right here. When I hit this right here, you'll see this says king right here, right? I can hit this one time, that's pad. I go to again one time, that's going to be program. One more time here, that's channel. And one more time here, that's going to be the mix, the main output. I'll hit the I on top of that, and we can see that right here. This is it right here, what we saw before. But you can also see this in our main view. Now I'm going to go back to track mix. And here I want to see it from here, because I want to see what's going on here. And I want to change something here. I have inserts set up here. I have insert pack or ideas I have to put on the main output of the overall output of what I'm doing. So first I'm going to check my sound. Not bad. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to add something to make an output feel good. So I'll go right to here. My first item is going to be my air limiter. All right. And I want to use this. So I want to come to here. Looks pretty good. I go to here actually. I'm going to go back to here. Right. And I'll put it on now. See what happened? It's not as loud as before. Let me turn it off. That's how it sounds without the limiter. My limiter's on now. This probably sounds bad. It's counterintuitive, as you might say. But what's going on here is that's my limiter. I want to limit the sound. Look at my ceiling. My ceiling is minus 3 dB. Minus 3 dB is my ceiling right there. Why is that? Because I don't want to go over 0 dB. I need to leave room for someone to play this track. Let's say the guy's in a club, he's a DJ, he wants to hear how his new song sounds or whatever. He can put it in and play it. It will not distort. He can turn his amp up. He might have these humongous speakers in there. If he turns it up, it will not affect it. It won't sound distorted. It'll just sound big. You know what I'm saying? For real. Same if I give this same track to someone, I did a work for you or something, you want me to help you out, bam, it's done. You play it in a Jeep, it will be banging in that Jeep because there's headroom in there. Even if you go to someone's house, great stereo system, you play it back in there, you'll have the same effect. You want to leave some room to the ceiling. We call that headroom, obviously. So, I cut that down. Next thing I do, I want to bring in an EQ. So I come to here, I have an EQ set up here. Now this EQ is set up for thickening. As you can see, it says thickening right there. I'm going to come to here. I got a red border on that, so I can use thickening, thinner, freshen. It's all right here. Thickening's right there. Now, where is this at? This is in our parametric EQ. So if I come to here, I tap that, you'll see I'm in mastering for EQ. So there are a couple of categories here for EQ, a bunch of presets. There's also a master preset. I'll come here, tap on that. Oh yeah, and then I see, well, I got a master preset. I'll turn my data wheel. There it is, thicken. That's kind of cool. Let's play the track back. Let's add thickening. You can hear the difference. Got some mid-range in it, a little bit more of the high, just a little bit more. You can hear all the sounds a little better now. I'll come back to here again. Turn this off. Now what I want to add, I want to get this sound to be a little more pumped up. I want to come to here, and I've got myself an air maximizer. I want to maximize the sound in this particular area. I've got here, it's called Clip Catcher. It catches anything that clips, gets too loud. I want to make sure the clip catcher's on there. Got my settings right here for it. You can see, you can get one of the presets and set it up the way you want to set it up. It's up to you. I will turn this on. Now we'll add the maximizer. You hear the difference. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Stop that. And so I've improved the sound. And it's cool how that limiter says only but here. I add my EQ, I add the maximizer, and we get a nice fat sound, and we have no distortion, and we're in the range of below -3 dB for output. That's not bad at all. So that's how I do it. So I also come to here, let's say maybe I might have something going on here, like, I don't know, you never know. I'll come to here, I'll press this here, and I'm gonna press, leave this up. I got some audio here too. Once I put the vocals in, the beat's already ready to go.
Yeah, I'm just honest. Got the plug on smash. Yeah, name another nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest.
Now that's how you do it. You get your rapper in there, you can put your stuff up, but once you mix it up, you can do anything. The beat can be hot, I can bring the rap down a little bit more, and just blend it into the track. I can pull up a doubler and make it wider. A whole bunch of things you can do. But this is how we use our MPC ONE, ONE Plus, MPC X, XSE, Live 2, even the software to actually put your track together, mix it up. You can mix an MPC. Don't think you can't. Just sort of get your practice in and know what to do. And of course, subscribe to us here at Sample Kings on YouTube, because we know what we're doing, as you can obviously see. Any questions, hit us up. Also, join us at SampleKings.com. We have gear for sale too. We're working with affiliate Amazon and Zounds. So don't sweat it. Any questions, hit me up. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I'm just honest. Got the plug on smash. Yeah, name another nigga hot, I'm just honest. Gold bars on bottles, I'm just honest. 100,000 on watches, I'm just honest. Coops all on coops, I'm just honest. I tell the truth. I keep a gang of bad bitches with me too, and we ain't never going back to what we used to do. I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest. My piss coming back dirty, I'm just being honest. Got bitch kissing on bitches, I'm just being honest. I'm a rock star for life, I'm just being honest. Got a check coming right now, I'm just being honest. We done turned up and flat, then we gon' hit honest. Ain't nothing but a dope boy, I'm just being honest. These niggas getting shot for being honest. I fucked her on the spot, I'm just being